All right, we're back from Easter and school holidays and the kids having COVID and whatever. And I just thought today I might give you a quick glimpse of the sort of things I might be working on or practicing on any given day, any given week. So let's have a look. All right, my voice. I really struggle with singing. I'm not a natural singer. I have all sorts of voice issues. And so I rely heavily on the incredibly insightful Mark Baxter and his channel voicelesson.com to keep my vocal folds in good health, or as good as they can be. Back picking, or George Benson style picking, downward pick slant, whatever you want to call it. I saw Chase Maddox on his Jazz Memes channel very clearly explain the advantages of what he called downward pick slant and upward escape motion picking. I'm not going to sit here and recreate his whole thing. Go and watch his clip if you want to know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of clips on this, and I've known about this technique for many years. I don't know if you noticed, when George Benson plays, his hand is kind of like sitting like this. It looks like he's coming up under the strings. Asaya Sharkey is another one with that technique. There's lots of people with this technique. Incredible players. It's pretty standard that our pick sits on that angle where it's pointing back up towards us, to varying degrees. Not many people have a perfectly flat pick technique. We all sort of sit with it like that. Now, the whole idea here, when you pick with your pick on that angle, at every downstroke, you end up like this. Your pick is trapped in between two strings. And so if you want to change strings now, you've got to lift it out and over. Whereas on the upstroke, the pick comes out. The pick is free. Upward escape motion. So the whole idea is that if you're going to change from one string to another in either direction, you want to be on an upstroke so that your pick is free of the strings to move to another string. It works wonderfully well, and it's such a simple idea and pretty simple to apply. Yeah? But what if you've spent your entire plucking life playing downwards on the downbeats, even 16th notes, 1-eander, 2-eander, 3-eander. That's how I stay in time. That's how I keep my phrasing in time. It's like the Corey Wong thing, You watch Corey Wong play, his incredible style. His hand is like a little motor going down, up, down, up, down, up, with the beat. Always down on the downbeat. I use it to interpret music more quickly when I'm reading. I use it so that I can sing while I'm playing. This is what I teach my students. The secret to being able to sing while playing is that your hand is going with your foot and your body. We're on the beat. We're down on the one. Damn. So how do I make this new idea a part of my subconscious technique? Well, same way I learned to do it the other way, I guess, which is years of repetition of just doing it. It's consciously practicing it until it becomes subconscious. So I immediately went to George Benson. George Benson is up there. He is one of my absolute heroes, and someone that throughout my life aspired to his playing, but never come close. I see him as out of reach, like Django and Eddie Van Halen and all those guys. So I went and looked for some Benson licks to try this idea out on, and I randomly chose a version of Spain that he played back in 1975. I just found a live clip, completely at random, because I didn't want to have any preconceived notion of how to pick this thing. And check this out, this run from the start of the solo, going from F#7 to E minor. I would have picked this completely opposite. But it's so much cleaner using this idea. And the next run over the A7. Perfect example. I would normally begin this phrase with a downstroke. Even slowly, you can tell I'm struggling there. Now applying the way George would pick it. Smooth. So I'm spending some time each day applying it to things I've played a million times, like the head of Spain, or just to rough spots in my technique. Rightio, Tom Quayle, Monster Lick. I love learning different things from different players with different techniques to my own. I saw this lick on Tom's Instagram months ago and I immediately clicked the save button. His elocution is ridiculous. It is astounding. I found that another Soundslice community member had already gone to the trouble of transcribing this, which was wonderful. Thank you, Luke Bowman. So I'm just chipping away at it. I don't imagine I'll ever play at anything like Tom Quayle. Probably never even half his blistering tempo. But learning it will keep my musical brain developing and add new moves into my technical repertoire. Okay, 4-finger warm-up. There's a zillion of these little warm-up exercises and you got to do something like this every day, right? But I love to challenge myself to keep coming up with new ways to do it because you don't want to get on autopilot. It's great to warm up, but you got to engage your brain as well. This week I've come up with this one, which is probably the hardest one I've ever done, and you'll see why. So it's basically, I always start at the 5th fret. It's not too far away. It's not too awkward down there at the first position. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then keeping these fingers in place, first finger on the 5th fret of each string. Once we get to the bottom, and we'll do the same thing back in the other direction. So that way we're isolating finger movement and creating quite a stretch. So then we do the same again, but this time, 2nd finger. That's already getting tricky. It's easier going back up than it is going down. This is the hardest part, the 3rd finger. Let me try that again. Ooh. And then the 4th finger. There you go. Don't let it hurt. Make sure you've got your wrist in a relaxed position, your guitar close to you, so that this hand is near your shoulder. You don't want to be down in the Ramones zone. Every day I'm working out things by ear. I have a deep-seated mistrust for anything tabbed out by someone else, especially on the internet. So whether it be something that I'm learning to play for a gig that week for someone's wedding, or something a student has requested, or just something that has caught my ear. Today I've just worked out the bass line for the 3rd verse of Cat Empire's song Hello for one of the bands I play in. Creativity. It's important to create, not just emulate. I have an upcoming gig where I can play originals rather than covers like I normally play. So I'm using this opportunity as a catalyst to write some new music. And today's idea is this. I wanted a vamp, like a simple repetitive chordal thing to sit under a busy lyrical idea. But last week I saw Corey Henry at 170 Russell Street in Melbourne, and then last night I saw Hiatus Coyote at the Forum. So I thought, can I keep this simple and short but dispense with standard diatonic harmony for a moment? And I've come up with this, which I love. It's based on a very simple idea. It's just A, C, D, G. So, back to my rock roots. It could be any AC/DC song. But I did the simple thing of making every chord a major 7th, and then worked in a voice leading melody that moves in a contra motion to the chords. So there you go. So now you go to your music room and exercise everything. Exercise your techniques, your creativity, your ear, your brain, your dance moves, whatever. Everything. Go and be passionate.